What's good people? Welcome to Whole Views. Thank you for clicking that thumbnail. My name is Corey. Today we're going to be talking about one of my most anticipated movies of the year, which was Love Lies Bleeding. I didn't get a chance to watch this in theaters, but I did catch it on digital as soon as it became available to me. And I must say that this movie is pretty damn good when it comes to my rating scale. It is a nice, tight story that they give you. It is paced super well. They give you a very intriguing set of characters and a very intriguing set of circumstances. I liked all the performances. I'm going to rave a lot about Katy O'Brien in here. I'm going to talk about Kristen Steward here. But I think if we really want to start with the lights, we want to mention cinematography. Cinematography in this one is great. I remember remarking several times the night sky. The night sky really looked good in the beginning of this film, and it kind of came around again towards the end. I really like the way things were shot, as well as like some of the action that takes place, some of the psychological stuff that takes place. I just really enjoyed the way they presented everything. If I had any dislikes, it's really only one. I thought the movie was good. The sex wasn't too much. It was a bit more graphic than I expected it to be, but at the same time, it wasn't too much. They didn't overdo it. But I will say that the cerebral stuff, the mental stuff, it shows up two times in the film, one about halfway through, and that one was kind of explained and it made good sense as they explained it. But then there was another time where some mental stuff happened really within the last 5 minutes of the movie, and it made me think, what are y'all doing here? Like, y'all never really gave the reveal as to what's really happening, because I know all this is more like a mental thing for this character. And so I wanted to see everything get revealed, and I don't feel like everything got revealed just in a 5-minute stretch at the end. That is the only real dislike. I don't really have any other serious dislikes about this movie. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Let's talk about performances. Let's talk about Kristen Stewart first. So I don't follow her work. I saw her last on Twilight. It's been that long since I saw a movie carried by her, and this one was carried by her. And I just want to remark about it and say that she is really an amazing actress, because within the first 20 minutes of this movie, I stopped seeing Kristen Stewart and I only saw the character Lou. And I think that she does that now in everything that she's in. She's really embodying characters and no longer just being a young person on the screen. And so hats off to her. I really want to take that same point though and make that point even stronger about Katy M O'Brien. And I got to drop the professionalism for this part. I need to be real. I hated Katy O'Brien. I didn't like her because the only things that I saw her in were villain roles. And so when I first got acquainted with her, she was on Black Lightning, and I wanted to punch her character in the face. Just, ugh. The way you carry yourself, the way you walk, talk, and act. I did not like seeing her face on my screen in Black Lightning. Then she showed up in Mandalorian seasons, I think 2 and 3. She's a reoccurring character. And I was like, can we please get rid of this person? I wanted her to die on screen, gruesomely, preferably. I did not like her face. And I never really could put my finger on why I didn't enjoy her. Then she shows up again in Ant-Man Quantumania, but she's like barely recognizable. And as I saw her there, I was like, oh, she's fine. They got all kind of stuff on her. Maybe, the fact that they got all kind of stuff on her, her face is hidden. And little did I know that it wasn't the fact that I didn't like her face or I couldn't stand her. It was really, really all about the fact that she's doing the character so well that I'm disliking the character as I was meant to. And so when she shows up in this movie, she's incredibly likable, and I really enjoyed her character. Even though I could see the spiral that she was going to go down, like I saw it immediately. This is going to end badly for her. She's going to go through a lot here. I was kind of cheering for her the entire time. And this is the first time that I've ever seen her be a part of a project that I was watching, and I thought, I really like her. And again, not about like her face and being attractive or unattractive, but I thought watching her here, like, she's actually quite pretty. She's actually quite likable. Oh, it's the fact that she's an amazing actress, and I hated her when I was supposed to hate her, and now I'm liking her when I'm supposed to like her. And so she's amazing, and I really liked her here. I really hope that her and Kristen Stewart get some type of awards, nod, and recognition from the general movie going audience when it comes to this film, because I feel like, just me, if I'm doing an early half of the year, this one's going to be near the top when I'm talking about the top films of the year. If I'm doing an early list, it got to be there. This is a really, really good film, and I enjoyed it. Just so you could look at it and see how wild the times was. If we look at it, man, stuff that went on in the 80s, we see it here on display. The steroid use, the drugs, the smoking, the drinking. You coming out of the 70s where like sex was flowing freely, and you kind of see it on display here too. Like the promiscuity is wild, and it's like all that's here in the movie. And there's a lot more in the movie that I'm not gonna spoil for people, but it's like this was quite good, and it puts a whole time period on display, like that carelessness that we don't really live with now. You see it on display in this film. High praise for Love Lies Bleeding, but let me know what you think. Did you enjoy it if you got a chance to watch it? Did you like Katy M. O'Brien? Again, I couldn't stand her when I saw her in villain roles, but seeing her here, I really enjoyed her. And again, also Kristen Stewart. Did you enjoy her in the film? I think she did a great job as Lou, and I loved what they brought. Share your thoughts about the film in the comment section if you choose to do so. And that's all we got for this one, y'all. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, and go watch something good.